Aye. Here's my first video for Victoria's Strongest Man comp prep. This is week 2 for me, day 1. Deadlifts are 180 kilos, 8x5. My last 3 training programs have all started on 180. The reason I'm doing 8 sets is because that'll be 40 reps total, whereas last time I did 5x5 or 6x5 with an AMRAP at the end. It ended up being 35 reps total. So I think you guys start off on 7 sets. I'm doing 8 sets instead of an AMRAP. Trying to figure out the mixed grip. So this next competition, I'll be using a mixed grip. So on this set here, in my warm-ups, and the way that I'm going to train each Monday is to not only drop and reset every rep, but to stand up in between each rep as well. So if I'm lifting 4 bars on the comp day, I'm not going to have the advantage of starting down at the bar each time. I'm going to have to walk over to it and set up nice and fast. So I practice that in my warm-ups, as well as trying to figure out where feels comfortable for my hands and my knees and my toes and my breathing. It feels very different than how I did it with straps, how I deadlift with straps. So I don't feel like my grip's giving out or anything, but it is really painful. And you can see my right hand, so on the left hand side, but my right hand, my biceps really far turned out, and that right hand side I have to grab further over towards the plates. You might notice it's a bit uneven, so just got to figure it out. You might not have to do this. You have to figure out your goals for the comp. Are you going to get all 4 bars? Are you going to do them all fast? Are you going to do them with or without straps? If I was going to do powerlifting, this is how I would train. If I was going to do a set of 5 like this is my first set at 180, I would drop and reset and stand up each time. If you're practicing for a 1 rep, you might as well practice that 1 rep as often as possible. So I've always wanted to try this. I've just never had a reason to do it because we're always allowed to use straps. So this was pretty painful on my hands. Like I said, it wasn't like my grip was going to give out, but the calluses and everything, it was just hurting, and for that reason it felt a lot slower than my normal sets with straps. So trying to figure out my breathing, where my knees go. That one was pretty slow, you can see. So I've watched these a couple of times already and trying to figure out which ones look the best, and then try and remember why they felt better than others. But like I said, you might not have to train like this. You might want to just use straps and try and increase your max if you're going to try and hit, just the 3rd or 4 barbells. I'm trying to do all 4 barbells at the comp, nice and fast. So I need to practice just like that, getting down and going straight up. That would be, say, the first bar. I run over to the next bar. I've got to quickly grab it, set quickly, and then go. So that's what I'm practicing with these deadlifts. So this must be my 4th set. Kind of lost count. I figured out there, you see that was a little bit more quaddy. Trying to get as I step back there so that the bar's further forward, it just feels better for me. From the side, it probably doesn't look picture perfect. If you guys have heard me talk about my deadlift and the way that I like to do it, it doesn't look how it's supposed to look. I like a forward knee bend, using a lot of my quads to get it off the ground, and then finishing with the back and backside. And that one was sluggish. So that must have been the 4th set. The next 3 sets I did with straps, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can tell just by watching, and I remember by feel how much better these felt. I'm so much faster and more confident with this. Not having to worry about something hurting means my brain will let my body move faster, accelerate harder, and something about it's just what I'm used to. I'm more balanced, using my quads a lot more. So I did 3 sets with straps because the pain was getting pretty bad in my hands, and I wanted to finish out the 8 sets. You can see I'm just ripping it up there. It felt a lot better. I didn't want to do all 8 sets with the mixed grip because I'm new to it. There's no point going from not doing it for a year straight into doing 40 reps with 180. So I thought, I've done 4 sets, which is enough to get used to it. There's no point hammering the hands. I still have to do farmers. I still have to grip the log and do other things. So That was sets 5, 6, and 7. And then for the last set, I did go back to the mixed grip and tried to have my right hand there just a little bit closer, but you can see it's almost hitting my knee. Felt a little bit awkward, but to me this set looks a bit faster. Could be because I'm not standing up in between as well. I just wanted to try a normal set there, so all little things like that make a difference. So that was 40 reps with 180. Then I went on to my squats, which was 5 triples at 135. I've only filmed 2 sets here because I know it might get boring. I'm really enjoying these. I can't front squat because of my throat, so I'm really enjoying using this bar. And I have a goal of hitting a PB in reps before the comp. So the most I've done on this in reps is 185. So if I can get 190, well, my real goal is actually 200 the week before the comp. And I know that everything's stronger. And then I did 4 sets of the farmer's carry and the sled drag. You can see I'm going only 60 kilos per hand there, so my hips are pretty beat up from the yoke on Saturday. I'm not even sprinting as fast as possible. I did 4 sets and I was trying about 80%. Just hips were too sore and too tight, so I've got to work on them over the next couple of days. Try to fix them so that they don't affect the yoke on Saturday. That was my sesh. Any questions, hit me up. Alright, see ya.